Okay, geometric mean and altitudes. This is a continuation, really, of proportions, so we're still following with those. How do you find the geometric mean between 25 and 4? Well, all you do is you set up a proportion. Geometric mean, that is our x. X is going to go down twice in our proportion in the opposite positions. And then our numbers go in the others. So we have 4 and 25. So all we do is cross multiply. Now, when you cross multiply, you're going to get x squared equals 4 times 25 is 100. Take the square root, so you get x is 10. Okay. What about this next one? Find the value of x if the geometric mean between x and 16 is 8. So in this case, 8 is the geometric mean. Now remember, the geometric mean has to go down twice, and it goes in opposite positions. So 8 is going to go down here and here. So what goes in the other positions are x and 16. Still cross multiply. So I get 16x equals 64. Divide by 16. That's going to give me x is 4. Okay, so two different cases there. One where you're looking for the geometric mean, one where you know it. Okay, now what about these other problems? And it says leave your answer in simplest radical form. We've done something with this already in chapter 7. So just a quick review. I gave you two sentences for this. We said this is a leg. Remember, I gave you a sentence like leg is part to whole. I'm going to clarify this a little bit. Besides just saying the word part, I'm going to say adjacent part. Okay? So when I say the word part here, I mean adjacent. Now, what's adjacent mean? The part that's next to the leg. So this is the part that is next to the leg. It's adjacent to it. Okay? This is the whole. So hopefully we've done enough of these now. This makes sense to you. Remember, the leg is the one that goes down twice. So 60 goes down twice. Adjacent part, and the whole is x. Okay. So then we cross multiply. We get 36x equals 60 times 60 is 3600. And then we divide, and we get x is 100. And that makes sense because x is the whole thing. Now, when it says simplest radical form, sometimes we're going to get square roots, and we'll run into a problem here in just a second, and I'll show you how this works. Okay, so let's do problem number 4. Okay, same thing. Here is leg, so a good idea is to identify your parts. That's your leg. This is our part. Sorry about that. Our part. This is our whole. So leg goes down twice. Adjacent part to whole. Cross multiply, we get 9x equals 15 times 15 is 225. We divide by 9. So x is, let's see, 2, 18, 4, I think that's 25. Alright, next, slide down here to number 5. Okay, here's our altitude. So remember our sentence with altitude. Altitude is part to part. Altitude is part to part. So 12 is our altitude, so it goes down twice. Our parts are x and 16. So we cross multiply, we get 16x equals 144. Divide by 16, and let's see, we get 9. Okay. Here we go again. Altitude is 48. It goes down twice. 36 and x are our parts. So cross multiply, we get 36x equals, alright, I'm going to have to use the calculator here. I can't do this one in my head. So 48 times 48 is 2,304. Oops, give myself a bit more space. And divide that by 36, and we get 64. Alright, and then this last one, there we have a leg. So leg, adjacent part is 9. Okay, what about the hole? Well, the hole's not identified. The hole is all this right here. Well, how do I get all that? By adding the two parts together. So the two parts are x plus 9. So when I set up my proportion, remember leg goes down twice. The part is 9. The whole is x plus 9. So here we're going to have to do distributive property. So I get 9x plus 81 equals 15 times 15 is 225. Subtract 81. So just a little bit more work here. So 9x equals, what's that, 144. Then divide by 9, and x is 16. Okay. Now, going back in the directions up here, whenever it says simplest radical form, what that means is if you get a square root, that it wants you to simplify a square root. Now, that doesn't happen very often, but occasionally you can get one. So, you know, as we do the homework and stuff, we'll make sure to look at that and you know, review a little bit how to simplify that. That goes back to when we were doing square roots and things like that. So hopefully this makes sense to you.